Hello and welcome to Battleground Europe Quick Start. My name is Casey23 and I've been authorized by Lena, the Community Training Director, to put together a quick little video to help you find the action and work the theater map so you can get in the game and have some fun without getting into a lot of detail. So let's get right to it. After loading up, the first page you see is the welcome page. Everything here pretty much speaks for itself. Note in the upper right hand corner the player population. It'll give you an idea if the sides are balanced or if one side has a player advantage. The select persona screen is more about picking either axis or allies. You can pick branches from within the theater map, and more about that later, but here you can see what kind of spawn delay is associated with picking one side or the other. In this example, I have recently been an allied, so it's going to make me wait to play axis if I should want to play axis. If there was a big allied player advantage, you'd even see a small delay for me to get back into the allies. Alright, we've moved on to the Brigade roster screen. To the right you'll see the map, but we're going to concentrate on the left hand side of the screen. In this example we've picked the British Army, and you'll see the British divisions as well as their corresponding brigades listed. To the right of that there are 4 columns. First column is the mobile spawn column, or MS, and you can see any mobile spawns that are deployed in any of the divisions or brigades. To the left of that column we have the squad column, and you'll see the squad icon show up if there's a squad member in any one of these brigades or division. And then we have a little graphic to the left of that. We have a little graphic representation of the quantity of players that are in each of these brigades and division. And finally, to the left of that, called the OIC, this is the officer in charge. If there's anybody that's been designated as the officer in charge for any of these brigades or divisions, their name will show up right there. Alright, on to the theater map screen, which answers the proverbial question we get from all new players, is where the heck do I find the action in this game? Well, the answer to that question is the theater map, and the first order of business is to find out what EWS is and means and how to use it to find the action. EWS stands for Early Warning System, and they're designated by orange icons of either ships, air, infantry, armor, and they either have an outline in orange or they're solid orange depending on how much action there is, solid being more action. If the icons are missing, that means there's no action of that type happening in that town. An important thing to remember though is EWS is looking at enemy activity. So if you see these icons on an allied town, it's telling you how many Axis enemy there are, and if you see it over an Axis held town, it tells you how many allies are there. Okay, on our example here you'll notice that the town of Boxtel has a lime green outline around it that tells you there's an attack objective on it, and the Axis can capture tables in that town. You'll also notice up in the river near Zaltbommel there, that particular town has a red outline around it that tells you there's an attack objective on that town, and the allies can capture tables in that town. So look for those outlines around the town names to give you an idea of where the action is. This next part and the last part of the video, I'm going to do a live feed of the game. It's easier to explain how to use the theater map, and the theater map really is the heart and soul of the user interface. If I hold down the left mouse button, I can drag anywhere on the map I want to, and there's a lot of action here. I can use the mouse roller button to zoom in and out. Again, I can look at the towns that have a flashing outline, and those are the ones with attack objectives. I can also look at EWS, those orange icons, and see there's a lot of action in these 2 different towns. And to spawn in anywhere, all I have to do is right click the town that I'm interested in spawning from. So if there's an attack on Varro, if I wanted to go to Marienburg, I just right click it, get over Join Brigade, click on Join Brigade, and that brings up the brigade headquarters, and which basically is a list of the missions available. Notice that there is a mobile spawn up down here, and if we want to take a look at that, we double click on that mission and we come to the ready room. On the right hand side you'll see available in a box with a check in it that tells you that the mobile spawn is active. On the left here is all the different things that you can spawn. If it's grayed out, it might be because you don't have enough rank. If you mouse over each one, it'll tell you how much rank you need to get that particular type of unit. Rifleman is the most basic, so you can double click on it always and get to get a rifleman. And the mobile spawn's still active, I can see, so I'm going to enter the world, and boom, I'm in the world. Now if I hit M now, I can see what's kind of going on around me. These orange icons here represent marks that other friendlies have made. They could, you notice some of them are faded, some of them are solid. That denotes how long those marks have been up. If I want to make a mark myself, I just right click where the enemy is, hit add report, and then I click which one I want to report on and wait for the mission leader to approve my mark. If I don't want to stay here, I can hit escape at any time, and after 10 seconds I can despawn and then once again move around the theater map to find a different brigade. But you have to despawn before you can join another brigade. Takes you back to the ready room. I click the ready button, cancel reservation. I could pick another unit, for example, and stay on this mission. Or I can back up to the brigade headquarters. I could pick, instead of the mobile spawn mission, I could pick this other mission. Or if I don't even want to stay there, I can click on the theater map, pull it out, and then move around again to pick another town or even another branch. Let's say if I wanted to fly, I could right click over Brussels, go over join brigade, and pick one of the squadrons out of there. There's no mission in this particular one, but when I back out of that, it takes me to the different air brigades, and I can see where there is some missions. For instance, this one right here, and it happens to be Maubeuge, and you can see there's a couple of missions there. And I double click on the missions, and there's there's different aircraft that I can spawn. That is pretty much it. Again, the theater map is really important. So is actually joining a squad. Take your time in finding a squad, find one that plays in your time zone, and kind of hang around with them for a while and see if you enjoy their company. See if you can get onto TeamSpeak as soon as possible. That also makes things much more enjoyable. That's a communication program. There's more about that on the various training sites. You really have a good time if you give this game some time. It's a little bit steep learning curve, but it's well worth it. It's an amazing game once you learn the ins and outs. On behalf of the training community, this is KC23. Thank you for listening, and I'm out.